Have you ever felt stuck in patterns that seem to repeat themselves in your family? Like cycles of conflict, illness, or financial struggle? What if these challenges are not just personal, but part of a deeper, invisible web connecting you to your ancestors? Today, we'll explore family constellation therapy, where it came from, how it works, what results it brings around the world, and how it beautifully connects to the Hawaiian practice of Ho'oponopono. What is family constellation therapy? Well, family constellation therapy is a therapeutic approach that looks at the individual not in isolation, but as part of a larger family system. It's based on the idea that our lives are deeply influenced by the unresolved experiences, traumas, and patterns of our ancestors, even those we've never met. These influences can show up as emotional struggles, recurring problems, or even physical symptoms in our own lives. 16. The therapy aims to reveal and resolve these hidden dynamics, bringing healing not just to the individual, but to the entire family system. Although the term family constellation was first used by Alfred Adler to describe family bonds, the therapeutic method known today as family constellation therapy was developed by German psychotherapist Bert Hellinger in the late 20th century. Hellinger's work was influenced by his experiences as a missionary and his studies in various forms of therapy. In 1978, Hellinger began researching what he called the orders of love, universal principles that govern the healthy functioning of families. He observed that when these orders are disrupted, by exclusion, injustice, or unresolved trauma, descendants often carry the emotional or behavioral consequences. Hellinger's approach became known as systemic family constellation, and it has since spread worldwide. How does family constellation therapy work? A typical family constellation session involves a facilitator, a client, often called the seeker, and a group of participants. The client presents an issue, such as depression, relationship problems, or financial difficulties. Volunteers are then chosen to represent family members, ancestors, or even abstract concepts like illness or money. These representatives intuitively position themselves in the space, allowing hidden dynamics to surface. Through this process, patterns such as hidden loyalties, where someone unconsciously repeats the fate of an ancestor, or exclusions, where a family member is ignored or forgotten, can be revealed. The facilitator guides the group through movements, dialogues, and sometimes healing sentences, aiming to restore balance and connection within the family system. Family constellation therapy is used in many areas. In mental health, to address depression, anxiety, trauma, and addiction. In physical health, to explore the emotional roots of illnesses and chronic symptoms. In relationships, to resolve conflicts between partners, parents and children, or siblings. In work and organizations, to improve team dynamics, leadership and productivity. In education and justice, for conflict resolution and understanding group dynamics. In personal development, for breaking cycles of self-sabotage, guilt, or financial blocks. Its versatility means it's practiced in clinics, therapy centers, schools, businesses, and even legal settings across Europe, the Americas, and beyond. Family constellation therapy has gained popularity worldwide, with practitioners in countries like Germany, Brazil, the United States, the UK, Spain, and many others. Studies and surveys indicate a high percentage of positive outcomes. One review found that 84% of participants reported positive results, such as improved relationships, relief from symptoms, and greater well-being. Success stories include reconciliation between parents and children, healing of long-standing family rifts, relief from chronic illnesses, and breakthroughs in personal and professional life. However, it's important to note that while many people benefit, the scientific community still debates its evidence base, and it's considered a complementary or alternative therapy. At the heart of family constellation therapy are two key ideas. Orders of love, universal principles that maintain harmony in families, such as belonging, order, and balance between giving and receiving. Hidden loyalties, unconscious bonds that tie us to the fate of our ancestors, sometimes leading us to repeat their struggles or pay for their unresolved pain. When these are brought to light and acknowledged, healing can happen not just for the individual, but for the entire family system. How does Ho'oponopono connect with family constellation therapy? Ho'oponopono is an ancient Hawaiian practice of reconciliation and forgiveness, literally meaning to make right. Traditionally, It was used to heal relationships within families and communities, addressing both present and ancestral disharmony. Both Ho'oponopono and family constellation therapy share a systemic view. They recognize that unresolved issues are often inherited through generations. Both focus on healing relationships, not just with others, but with our ancestors and ourselves. Each practice uses rituals, words, and intention to release guilt, resentment, and blockages, restoring harmony and flow. When combined, these modalities can be even more powerful. For example, after a family constellation session reveals a hidden family pattern, practicing Ho'oponopono can help cleanse and forgive the emotional residue, bringing peace to both the client and their lineage. As Ulrich Emil Dupree describes in his book, the fusion of these two methods allows us to experience love and inner peace by recognizing our interconnectedness and practicing forgiveness at a deep, systemic level. Practical example: healing a family pattern. Okay, now, imagine someone who struggles with feelings of unworthiness and repeated failure at work. In a family constellation session, it's revealed that their grandfather was unfairly dismissed and never recovered his self-esteem. The client, out of unconscious loyalty, repeats this pattern. Through the constellation, this dynamic is acknowledged and honored. Afterwards, the client uses Ho'oponopono, repeating, "I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you," directed toward their grandfather and themselves. This act of forgiveness and release helps dissolve the emotional charge, allowing the client to move forward with greater freedom and confidence. Family constellation therapy and Ho'oponopono both teach us that we are not isolated individuals, but part of a living system that spans generations. By bringing hidden patterns to light and practicing forgiveness and reconciliation, we can break cycles of suffering, heal our relationships, and create a better future for ourselves and those who come after us. If you found this exploration helpful, subscribe to Lotus Chant channel for more deep dives into healing practices, guided meditations, and real-life stories of transformation. Share in the comments. Have you experienced family patterns repeating in your life? What would you like to heal? And don't miss our next video, where we'll guide you through a practical Ho'oponopono exercise to heal ancestral patterns. Click the link on your screen and continue your journey of healing and self-discovery.